this summer I did an internship with Primex Ivy Academy, and it was an amazing experience. And I had two subjects with me, and they were really good. And here is my case study. I am Pratiksha, and I am doing my undergraduate majoring in psychology from Stella Maris College. I was a part of a research study on preteens to understand and interpret if the energy that they have, that they possess in this time in their life, if it can be channelized in a proper way, and if it can create an impact in their future and in their career. We did 7 activities with them. So we conducted 7 activities, 7 tests with them. We did problem solving, narrative therapy, cognitive behavior approach, transaction analysis, ink-blot test, social cognition, and CMBTI. CMBTI is Child's Myers-Briggs type indicator. As we go, I'll explain what they all are. While I was doing my research for the study, I came across this beautiful quote, and I thought everybody has to read this. So here's the quote by Jessler. Children are not things to be molded, but are people to be unfolded. Though it is a really small quote, I feel that it has a lot of deep meaning into it. First activity with them was problem solving. What we did here was I gave them 2 games. I gave them a game of Unroll and a game of Tangram, and I constructed a story that lays behind this 2 games. Unroll and Tangram, they are almost similar. So what I did with Unroll was, in this game, there are 2 fixed points. There is a starting point and there is an ending point, and there is a ball in the starting point. The children have to connect pipes that are in the puzzle to reach their destination. I told them that our life is similar to this game. There is a starting point and there is a destination. We are all destined to be there in a place. But how to get there is all in our hands. So there are pieces around us. It is our responsibility, and we have to create a path for ourselves, and we have to get there. Tangram is a game where there's a small square and there are multiple pieces of different shapes and size, and they have to fit all these shapes into this small square. Similarly, our life is imagined to be that small square, and these pieces in our life are the most important components, the most important pieces in our life. So I asked both of them to give a particular meaning, a particular name to this piece, and I asked them to place them in a way that it creates an impact in their life, to see which piece is of most importance in their life. So the similarity between both of these children is that both of them, they didn't rush into the game, and they were not hurriedly trying to solve it. Both of them took some time, saw what pieces are there, what can be done to solve it, and then they went ahead and started finishing up the puzzle. So this says that both of them are careful in the decisions that they make. You can see here that Sarah has given a lot of importance to her academics, and she has placed the other components around her academics. She also says that she is a very studious person, so it is indirectly implied over here. Kate has given, looking at her picture, we can see that everything has its own place. She has decided that this is what it is, this is how it should be. And she says that she wants to become a pastry chef in her in the future. And she also says that she doesn't like studying. So we can see that studies has the smallest piece over here. And she gives a lot of importance to career, family, pets, and hobbies. Narrative therapy. Narrative therapy is a style of therapy that helps people to embrace who they really are. They can emphasize on the stories of their life. They develop these stories and they carry these stories throughout their life. All these stories are the events, the interactions, all of those sort that we have in our life, that we have experienced in our life till date. So these stories can influence the decisions that we make in the future, and how we perceive our world and how we mold ourselves to this world. So these stories, we carry them till our deathbed, and they also are completely related to our self-esteem, our abilities, our relationships, and our work. So here our subjects have used story writing and comic strip to express themselves. Sarah has written a story about her experience with fat shaming, body shaming, and how people labeled her fat, and how she had struggled to break that label and control herself and her environment. She has told that first she gave into their labels. She believed that she was fat. She believed that she was not worthy of it. But then later, when her father told her that you are more than what they tell you are, she took control of her life, and now she has won a gold level in swimming, and she has made it into the school's badminton team. She also says that nobody calls her fat anymore, and that throughout this journey, she has learned to take criticism from people as constructive criticism, rather than getting herself hurt in the process. Sarah has written a story, and Kate has done a drawing. She portrays herself to be a little pig in the beginning. That is her as a small pig, and then when she grew up, this is her a little bit older, and this is her now. She says that she is a slow boomer, and she is very careful about the decisions that she makes in her life. So initially, she was very scared to ride a cycle, and she says that recently only she had learned to ride a cycle. So that is her learning to ride a cycle, and then she drives away. She also was scared of swimming. In the beginning, she was worried that she could never swim. But then later, she learns how to float. That is her floating in the swimming pool. And she also had won second place in a swimming competition. Cognitive behavior approach. Here, we asked children to talk about how people around them, how their parents, their neighbors, their friends, the environment influences them, and the things that they learned from their parents. So both of them, they look up to their parents. They look up to their father and mother. They see and they see them every day, and they learn a lot of things from them. Both of them have a positive opinion about their fathers, and they try to learn continuously from them, and they are inspired by their mothers, and they consider them as a role model. Both of them are not really close to their neighbors, and what I learned from them is that both of them have very similar opinions, but also are completely different. We'll see why they are different in a while. They both are very careful about the choices they make, and Kate is not does not trust anyone that easily. She says that she looks up to her mother and sister for guidance. um, Sarah looks up to both her parents for guidance, and she's a single child. Now let's move on to transactional analysis. In transactional analysis, we asked children to answer questions about themselves. We gave them a few questions, and it is to see how much they know about themselves, to estimate their self-esteem. And Sarah is an extraordinary singer, and she is recognized by others for her academic talent and her badminton skills. She is good at grasping things easily and is capable of achieving her goals as soon as she sets them. She knows to manage time properly and stick to plans that she has made. And she says that she's a very loyal person, and she stands by everyone she cares about. Kate is an amazing dancer and a baker. She's a hard worker, and she is self-reliant. She is confident and enthusiastic about the tasks that are coming her way. And though she finds it hard to study, she's excited to learn new things every day in her life. Though she finds her ability to trust people as an obstruction, she also knows that it will enable her to learn things on her own, and she pushes herself more, and she says that cooking and baking have gained her a lot of friends, and she is constantly appreciated for it. Ink blot test. Rorschach's ink blot test is one way of finding about people's motives and their how they think about themselves. Sarah's perception of most of the images were based on animals. Almost all images, she said that they looked like animals for her. She takes less time to figure out the designs. She is quick. Uh, she interprets them as she sees them, and she often splits one image into several components and then describes them. Kate compares her perceptions to the things that she has seen often in her life. They can either be in everyday life or in the movies that she sees. Most of her imagination, most of the perceptions that she has are of fantasy, and they're all creative. So we can distinguish here that Sarah is a very logical person, but Kate is a very creative person. Social cognition is how the subjects think and learn about the situations around them. Here, I gave them a small snippet from one of my favorite movies, Flipped. In this snippet, there are two children, Julie and Bryce. Um, so here I have asked them the following questions, and they had to interpret, they had to answer these questions while after watching this video. Both of them didn't know what was there in the video. They have not seen this movie prior to this. And Sarah, Sarah's answers were very detailed, and she was very logical. As I said before, she stated that the things that could happen now, things that could happen in real life. But Kate, you can see her answers are very short, and they are to the point. Some of them are a little creative, and she breaks her imagination and she goes further away to explain herself. The difference between both of them are that Sarah is very quick in perception. She grasps concept easily. She's very detail oriented and logical, and she's an analytical and linear thinker. Kate takes time to make decisions. Most of her answers are based on fiction. She's imaginative and she's contextual, and her thoughts are based on feelings and imagination. I learned that Sarah gives more importance to academics and sports. So those two take a major part in her life, and she's slightly creative, and she has less of a business mind. But while Kate has more of a business mind, she's very creative. She gives less importance to academics and a little more importance to sports. She wanted to become a doctor, and Kate wanted to become a pastry chef. And after their archetype analysis, I determined that they could also become, Sarah could become a scientist, and Kate could become an inventor. We can easily see that their fields are their personalities. She is a very logical person. She is a very creative person. She likes to, Kate likes to fiddle around and invent new things, while Sarah likes to stick to a plan and follow it. Here, I have discussed what parents could do to help their children grow in their desires. Parents should also take part in the child's achievement and celebrate it, because even like the smallest bit of appreciation for a child's achievement could mean a lot to them. The conducive environment of Sarah and Kate are discussed here, and both of them have a really good society and have equal opportunities, and they both make good use of it. And that is my end of presentation. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently, and I would like to extend my special thanks to Ms. Bharati ma'am. Thank you for guiding me and giving me this opportunity. I would also like to thank my gratitude to the families of the samples for agreeing to be a part of the research, and special thanks to my fellow students and my friends for constantly encouraging me and helping me out. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pratiksha. That was wonderful. And you did a great job. And you're very creative. And, you surprised me in many events, many tools. So it's really lovely to know you. And so I'm going to present the certificate. Before that, I would like your mom to speak a few words about you. How does she feel after going through your presentation?
I'm really happy. இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கொடுத்ததுக்காக அவங்களுக்கு தேங்க் பண்றேன் மேம். பட் லீவ்ல லாக்டவுன் என்ன பண்றதுன்னு தெரியாம இருக்கும்போது அதை யூஸ்ஃபுல்லா மாத்தி கொடுத்தது நீங்க தான். ஸோ அந்த டைமை வேஸ்ட் பண்ணாம அவங்களும் நிறைய லேர்ன் பண்ணாங்க.
She has that fire in her. So she will prove
I acknowledge that she's having a fire in her.
I will tell them actually. Yeah. I have seen the presentation first time. Yeah. My daughter's presentation. So I'm in automotive business, yeah, in Mahindra as a general manager. We are doing several presentations in a day to top management in Mahindra Limited. But the way the presentation started, how she has put, is totally astonishing, because the standard presentation, the pie chart and other things, which I never seen in my life of 26 years career, it's totally outstanding.
See, they have done so much work which cannot be put into a PPT. Pratiksha, everyone, please clap for Pratiksha.
So I have thanked very pleased with the call. Also, thank you, ma'am, for giving me an opportunity for her to explore more, because that is what we are doing it. We are giving complete liberty to our children to explore completely to them, sir. To the extent maximum what is possible by the people.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you,
that's what is it. Thank you so much.